Anyway, let's talk about goddamn Pennsylvania. I don't live there, but let's talk about it anyway. PA Senate race no longer toss up as Fetterman memes zero in on Oz's wealth. So, all throughout this midterm cycle, we've kind of been kind of operating under the shadow, right, under the dark cloud of a red wave. This has been kind of, prophesized at least most of this year. With Joe Biden having the Build Back Better Act, fall into pieces, and, be flown away into the wind, right? His approval rating in the dumpster for most of this year. COVID has killed over 1 million people. It's permanently disabling around 30% of the people that catch the virus. The CDC has given up on combating the pandemic. The one thing Joe Biden said he would handle when he got into office was COVID. He lied. COVID is worse than ever. We have more dangerous variants. They are more transmissible, and we have less protections, right? Joe Biden has been an ultimate failure of a president. And so because of that, and because of there's this weird conventional wisdom kind of stuff where it's whenever there's a certain, when Trump got elected the next midterm, there was the blue wave, and the same thing with Obama, and that's what these people say, the so-called geniuses. I don't think that is necessarily something that is a foregone conclusion, but for most of this year, the Democrats have been a party of garbage. I mean, the Democrats really have just been horrible for this whole congressional cycle. And, that's what makes this race so fun, right? Because John Fetterman's campaign has been really entertaining. It's providing that energy that a lot of people that, I don't really look to electoral politics for excitement, to be honest with you. If I see something exciting, I'll look into it, but I'm not putting my eggs in that basket, right? Needless to say, I'm not putting my eggs in that basket. But the John Fetterman race is really energizing a lot of people. And then of course you have the right wing with the Roe v. Wade reversal, which I don't know if there was a better way to time that. I don't maybe timing it so that it's right after Joe Biden was inaugurated maybe would have been better timing for electoral purposes. But it seems since the Roe v. Wade reversal, the Democrats aren't necessarily a foregone loss in a lot of instances with the House and the Senate. And one of the big ones, again, one of the big races that people are turning to is Oz versus Fetterman. Fetterman is kind of providing that national example to everyone else about how to run a campaign and how to do it really well. And so I want to read this article here. I've been covering John Fetterman's campaign for a little bit now, and it's just very entertaining. The guy's a meme lord. Now, I will say the veggie tray thing, I just got to say this again. Veggie trays, you don't get that many vegetables. You're going to get 3 stalks of celery, 2 baby carrots, and dip with high fructose corn syrup in it. Say no to veggie trays. Okay, just throwing that out there. But anyway, in Pennsylvania's contentious Senate race, Democratic nominee Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman is hitting his Republican rival Mehmet Oz where he lives. Fetterman took aim on Wednesday at the number of houses Oz owns, using the celebrity, doctor, and TV personality's 10-property portfolio to paint him as a wealthy carpetbagger who is out of touch with average Pennsylvanians. Quote, I've never spoken to a PA resident who doesn't know how many houses they have, let alone be off by 8. I mean, again, just the way that John Fetterman constructs his sentences, you know what I mean? There's a level of just genius to it. The way that he just spins the words, the order that he says the words in, his delivery of when he pauses, there's something about it that's just really good. Fetterman quipped on Twitter after Tuesday report by the Daily Beast that Oz owns 10 properties, far more than the 2, quote, legitimate houses he claimed in an exchange with a Democratic operative during a recent public event. Oz defended himself by saying he purchased his houses with his own money. a swipe at Fetterman, who relied on significant financial assistance from his family until becoming lieutenant governor in 2019. You lived off your parents until you were almost 50. Regular people don't mooch off their parents when they're 50. Get off the couch, John, Oz tweeted. He replied to Fetterman in a follow-up tweet that he had 10 properties but 2 homes, which he said he disclosed when announced his candidacy. Now again, I don't care how wealthy someone is ultimately. Let's be real, is a poor person gonna get near Fetterman's position, being a lieutenant governor running for the US Senate? Poor people are not going to be in that position. So if we're talking about the battle of people that are, out of touch, or a battle of people that are wealthier than us, right? I'm going to take someone like John Fetterman, who actually gives a shit about other people, over Dr. Oz, who doesn't even pretend to give a shit about other people. You know what I mean? Right? John Fetterman at least advocates for Medicare for all. He advocates for legalized marijuana. He advocates for prison rehabilitation services. He pardons people that have been sent to prison for things like nonviolent drug offenses, right? So as far as I'm concerned, let's assume, right, John Fetterman is a rich ivory tower scumbag. I don't care either way. I'm only about the policy, right? But that said, Dr. Oz, again, let's be honest, right? If, Dr. Oz calling John Fetterman rich while he owns 10 mansions, right? That's not, right? That's not the dunk you think it is, right? Because the Republican Party is the party of the more money you have, the better person you are. Dollars in your bank account equal, points on the morality scale, right? That's why they love Donald Trump so much, and they love Elon Musk so much. God, they suck his dick on a daily basis online. You see that shit? Anyway, so Dr. Oz trying to say that, oh, John Fetterman's actually rich, is kind of cutting against what his own base would want, isn't it? I don't know, man. Anyway, I guess it really is just trying to get people to stay home and not vote for Fetterman, I guess, is the strategy ultimately. But it's just really funny. The social media mudslinging has been a hallmark of the race since the candidates emerged from a May primary, though Fetterman's camp has shown far more fluency with pop culture and social media. After the Twitter row, the Fetterman campaign trolled Oz with a game show parody of Family Feud titled "How Many Houses Do You Own?" It's just really good. The social media spat comes as new prognostications show that the tight race is drifting in Fetterman's favor. On Thursday, the nonpartisan Cook Political Report shifted its rating of the race from toss-up to lean Democrat. Again, I just want to say, at the start of this cycle, right, the seat that currently they're running for, what is it, Toomey's seat, I think, who's retiring, so a Republican is the current person that runs is in the seat that they're running in. And so it was just assumed whoever ran the Republican, won the Republican primary would probably win the general. But at this point, again, who knows how much of this is the national kind of consciousness going on with the Roe v. Wade reversal, with inflation and all that stupid shit, right? Who knows how much of that is there versus just, again, how great Fetterman's campaign really has been, right? So, but this would be really fun because, again, it's a fun campaign. It's fun to cover. But if we actually get a John Fetterman into Senate for 6 years, I mean, that's going to be, that's content, baby. That's content right there. You know what I mean? But again, we'll see if John Fetterman gets immediately corrupted like pretty much everyone else. Most recently, an Oz campaign video from April resurfaced Monday and went viral for all the wrong reasons. In it, he bungled the name of the Pennsylvania-based supermarket Redner's while lamenting what inflation under Biden has done to the price of crudité. Oz has more than $100 million in assets, according to... I love how... So they go from the grocery store video, right? Next paragraph. Oz has more than $100 million in assets, according to an April financial disclosure. Fetterman has a single Verizon stock holding valued between $1,000 and $15,000. That seems interesting that we don't know. Is it $1,000? Is it $15,000? Who knows? I also don't know why Fetterman would have a stock in Verizon. That's a little alarming. of course, telecommunications companies they're really really bad. But again, $100 million of property and real estate versus having $1,000 to $15,000 of Verizon stock. One is clearly better than the other one. But anyway, there you go. Obviously, this is going to be a fun race to watch, and I'm excited personally to see how it goes down. Once again, I will be doing a midterm stream, so if anyone is curious, if they want to, observe the midterm elections, I will be doing a stream on that day. I'll probably start the stream at around 6 p.m. I'm thinking, and then just go until everything but Alaska and Hawaii has been called. That's my idea. I mean, maybe if I get a couple $1,000s, maybe I'll stay up until Hawaii's been called, but not gonna happen probably. So, but anyway, there you go. That's it. That's the segment.